She was surprised she had found such a wonder in her backyard. It wasn't unusual to find artifacts stashed away or buried on her land. She crept closer, intrigued by it. What could it be this time, she wondered. But as she turned it around, she realized that it wasn't a relic at all. Shivers immediately went up and down her spine. She needed to get help, and fast. Hello, wonderful people. I'm Gail Cruz from Wonderbot Animals. And here is Woman Digs Up Ancient Relic in Backyard, then Looks Closer. One day, a woman and her husband were digging around their backyard. They had found interesting relics in the past, but they put on their gloves and got their equipment ready for an adventurous day. They started by the rocks where they knew artifacts could have been preserved there within the soil, but as they took their tools out and started moving the dirt around, they found a brown lump that looked like something interesting. The dark brown object was buried in the soil. They immediately looked at each other and knew they had found something of value. The woman quickly ran inside the house to get her camera. This was going to be an incredible moment. But as soon as she stepped outside, her husband was holding the relic. They had been wrong. The object was no relic at all, and they knew they had to get it to safety. They couldn't believe their eyes. They had just uncovered a scared little hedgehog buried in their backyard. This was not at all uncommon, as there were a lot of them in the area, but this little guy was not like the rest. The couple rushed him to the A120 veterinary surgery near Little Haddam. His diagnosis left them all with tears in their eyes. The little guy had lost all his spines due to alopecia brought on by his traumatic childhood. This case was very unusual. Hedgehogs use their spines for protection, and for them to not have this kind of safety out in the wild could end in a bad situation. They attributed his loss of spines due to stress, but what kind of fear could this poor guy have had? The vets couldn't think of what they could do to treat him, so they called Lynn Garner, and she immediately knew what to do. As soon as she saw him, she fell head over heels for the poor creature. The spineless hedgehog was quickly named Derek, and she took him back to her rescue center to help him regain his strength. Little did she know, Derek was still dealing with a lot of trauma. Derek had been injured when he was just a hoglet, a baby. But still, the traumatic experience had made him wary of his surroundings. He weighed less than 100 grams, and hedgehogs have to be 600 grams to survive the winter, Garner told the dodo. Derek also had a large infected wound, possibly from a bird attack, which Garner cleaned and treated carefully over the next few weeks. This poor guy had been dealing with a lot in his life, but now Lynn and her team were doing everything they could to make him well. A hedgehog usually has around 5,000 spines, but this guy had lost so many that his body was completely bald. But Lynn thought of a fantastic way to treat this guy's stress levels. To reduce his stress levels, Derek needed a more substantial, heated area, free from predators, to roam calmly. She wrote a plea on Facebook. Derek has been diagnosed with stress-related alopecia. To reduce the stress, he needs a large heated area. An escape-proof heated greenhouse with no concrete floor would be ideal, where he could spend the next couple of months. Alternatively, some form of treatment. Is there anyone out there who has such an enclosure or can suggest treatment? If you don't, then please spread far and wide. We really want to get him 100% by March so we can release him back into the wild. Thanks. One woman called Monique answered. All sorted. The Fab Monique is picking Derek up on Friday. She's even going to give him a much-needed manicure. I'm sure she'll be able to achieve what I haven't, a hog with spines, Lynn posted again. Once Derek regained his spines, he could be freed into the wild and would be able to protect himself. But still, there was a lot of work to be done to get him in tip-top condition. Derek's wellness routine consisted of soothing massage and a calm and relaxed area for him to be himself. The spa treatment Derek was undergoing did help him. Oil massages are known to treat hedgehogs who experience similar injuries. It stimulates spine growth in even the most severe cases. In addition to the heated and calm room and oil treatments, Derek was also fed a daily dose of probiotics to help his digestive health and overall well-being. Things started looking up for Derek. His spines were growing back, and he seemed to be a little happy, normal hedgehog. He made a miraculous recovery. With alopecia cases, some growth can be expected, but Derek had all his spines back in no time. What an amazing comeback! Thanks to Lynn and all her team, Derek the hedgehog can now live a happy life. Even though they still don't know if he could ever make it out in the wild due to his trauma, they know that he will thrive with them. Derek will never have to worry about anything ever again. He is surrounded by love and companionship.